Hello, the name is Daman Dev Sood, your host for my weekly show, My Top Tips. They're live on LinkedIn. All recordings are available on my YouTube channel, inching towards the triple century of my videos, freely available to all. And I do not talk about religion, caste, sex, or any discrimination at all. All videos are about some learning, especially in the field of BCM, crisis, resilience, environment, sustainability, and that's all that I do. Anything that may be of concern to the society, which will be a concern to me, and I believe will be a concern to you also. Overall, it's all resilience that I live for. Topic today is why true resilience is proven, not just planned. So, proving is important. Just doing it is not enough. That's the key message from me. Resilience is not equal to the documented plan, whether we call it BCM plan or crisis management plan or even a resilience plan. That's some action for sure, some achievement for sure, but that is not true resilience yet. Hope is not a strategy that we develop a plan. We have many times said, plan for the best, worst, and hope for the best. Plan for the worst and hope for the best. But that hope is not enough. Prove it by evidence. So, a little auditor's mind also here that as a good auditor, I trust you. I believe you, whatever you tell me exists, but I need to see the evidence of the same or for the same. So, today I'm going to say prove resilience, do not just plan for it. And there's a big distinction between having it and proving it with evidence. So, resilience maturity will be 3 steps according to me: your intent, your implementation, and your effectiveness. Having plan or plans is the first portion, the intent portion. Implementation is some actions you would have taken according to the plan, but effectiveness is shown or claimed with the evidence, which is your proof of capability, that you're capable of withstanding the crises. You're capable of learning from those, improving from those, and if possible, make it a positive outcome as well. And without validation, plans are just assumptions. Your BC plan, your resilience plan, ITDR plan cannot be treated well yet until unless it has been tested, unless it has been validated, at least one form of validation. When we go deep into validation, we understand there are different ways, different types of validations. The degree keeps increasing, complexity keeps increasing, cost keeps increasing, risk keeps increasing, but at above, the assurance keeps increasing. Assurance that our plans and arrangements will work if and when required. To start with, there has to be a commitment from the top. I say it has to be a continued commitment of the top management for any program. In many organizations, the programs are started with a big bang, a lot of interest from the top management, but by the next meeting, whether that's weekly or monthly or quarterly, their focus is changed to other items. This is not good. Please keep asking. Please keep telling. Please stay engaged. That's the message for the top management. Identify critical assets and threats, then you would conduct BIAs and REs, etc., based on which your continuity strategies will come up, and then you will develop plans for responding to a crisis, recovering from a crisis, and managing communication during a crisis. So, communication is very important in our life during BAU also. BAU means normal, business as usual, when we are happy, healthy. But its importance, communication's importance during crises increases manifold. And that's why there has to be a good crisis communication plan also, whether part of the crisis management plan or otherwise. And the danger that many organizations live with. On purpose, I'm showing this as a danger sign also. That they have a plan and they feel, think, believe that they are ready to face the challenges. A very good example comes from ITDR world, when the top management says, Daman, but we have invested a lot. Daman, but we have hot arrangements. This is good, but they do not understand that the hottest, the best arrangement will be online, a real time replication between two, the primary as well as secondary. But if primary fails, secondary starts working immediately with the least, almost no impact to the business. But for as long as secondary is working, this primary is not available, even in the hottest arrangements. And another example, if it's a data corruption in primary, because it's online real-time replication, secondary also gets corrupted immediately. So these considerations must be kept in mind when we think, feel, believe, claim that we are ready. Once your plans are available, you must start validation. Turn assumptions into capability. This is what the outcome of a validation is. We validate assumptions made during our planning stage. And two actions are auditing, which helps to understand that the task is complete, and testing, which helps us that under pressure we will be able to operate. At least the basic minimum that we have set for ourselves, we would be able to do that much. We would be able to recover that much. That comes out of testing also. So testing gives us assurance about our plans and arrangements. Different types of testing. Today, we will not be able to spend a lot of time going deep into those, but the easiest, simplest one is called tabletop exercise. In short, in the world, it is called TTX, tabletop exercise, which only helps to understand that we understand our plans and arrangements. Second would be called simulation, which helps us to understand, or which proves that we can execute, or can we execute. And a full functional test, which will help us to understand, can we recover system and processes within the set limits that we have set for ourselves, RTOs, RPOs, and MBCOs. And also, a little extra tip, do not plan, execute easy tests. And as an auditor, having gone across companies, countries, and industry sectors, I have noticed this, that some companies do regular tests, but those are same, similar, simple, easy tests. An easy, simple test helps only first time. After that, it doesn't help. So start going deep, start creating stress for yourselves. An outcome of a test or exercise is maybe some failure. We can say that we do not use this term failure. There is no failed test. That's okay, but assume we have missed one activity, one point, one case didn't work as expected. So take it as a failure, but failed test is your best evidence. You at least came to know before the real disaster that this point wouldn't work, so that now you can fix it. So this exposes gaps before a real crisis. The challenge, once again, having gone across companies, countries, and industry sectors, is that companies, including the top management, take interest, participate in the test exercise, but after that, they forget everything about it. Next time they think is another test only. What about the actions that you noted from the previous test? Those need to be acted upon. Otherwise, it's going to be a big failure now if there is a disaster or crisis. And smart organizations would welcome failures in tests because, once again, these failures give us the shortcomings, the areas of improvements, gaps, so that we are able to work upon those, bridge those gaps, and are ready to face the real challenges. As I've been saying, the talk today is about proving resilience, proving it with evidence. If we do not have a proven resilience, it may be a very costly affair for the company. So every extra hour of downtime will result into regulatory fines, lost revenue, reputational damage, and there may be many more different types of impacts or losses. Some companies may even go out of business. Evidence is investment in certainty. Golden word, golden word. Please remember this. Evidence is investment in certainty. So how do we create evidences? For example, we conduct tests, and tests don't come free. So that's why there's a cost, which is an investment. So we get assurance or certainty into our plans and arrangements. And if we see a real crisis and manage it well, that is the best proof, that's the best evidence. So performance during crisis is the final evidence. Clarity, speed, and least impact. That's the true test of your capabilities: crisis management, business continuity management, ITDR, or information security capabilities. After each test, there has to be a report which has different names. Many companies call it AAR, after action review. That should be treated as gold mine. We keep saying lessons learned. Lessons learned are mostly lessons recorded, that we just document those. If those are not acted upon, any gaps identified through tests or exercises, if they are not acted upon, then that exercise actually is a waste of time, money, effort. And I'm saying it's a continuous cycle of proving by evidence. Audit provides us evidence. Tests provide us evidence. If a real crisis happens and we manage it, that provides us evidence, and reviews. Continuous. Once in a year at least. Or whenever some big changes happen. And then your plans and arrangements need to be kept up to date. Then only you have a real resilience in place. So negative evidence that failure from the test is actually a gold mine of actions, gold mines of opportunities. And culture of learning needs to be developed rather than culture of denial. Once again, it is said very easily. It's a long program according to me. Making a change in culture of any organization takes time and effort and money as well. So there has to be investment into resilience, focus by the top management. And as repeating that message for top management, please keep asking, please keep telling, please stay engaged in your BCM crisis resilience programs. Final top tip comes up as we attempt to close the session. Do not stop at plans. Demand evidence at every stage. Even having a plan is an evidence, yes, no, and here is the document. And then it's whether it is reviewed, approved, published, tested. Each stage will have an evidence. So keep asking for evidences. And resilience is to be proven, not to be assumed. While closing the session, these thoughts that I have been repeating in all sessions now, that wisdom delayed, any action delayed, is an opportunity denied or lost. The time is now for resilience. Let the sun of resilience arise in the world. Last statement, request, submission, admission. A call to all organizations. I can help you in both planning and proving your resilience. Get in touch if you want to move from hope to evidence. And if you have any questions, either about this session or about anything in the world of resilience, please feel free to write to me and I will be happy to respond. This is Daman Dev Sood, your host for my weekly show, My Top Tips, every Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. IST. Today, this was delayed with my apologies due to earlier meetings overrunning. But I look forward to seeing you every Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. IST. Thanks. Bye-bye.